Hari Bol.
Jayatam Sui
Divyad, right? Oh, Jayatam Suratu.
Jayatam Suyata Suyutau Pangoy Mama Manda Matte Gati Matsaivasa Padma Padambojo Yade Madana Mohana.
Yes.
Divya Vaindayanya
Divyad Vrind.
Kalpa Dyum Maha Srimad Yatna Gaya Simhasana Tu Srimad Yada Stila
Govinda.
Yada Shila Govinda Devu Pyashtalibam B Sevyam Manu Samayami.
Marami. Very good.
I don't get that.
Yeah. Sriman Rasara. Yeah.
Sriman Yasayambi Vamsi Vata Tata Stita Kaishen Vanu Svenu
Gopir.
Svani Gopinatha Siyastuna.
Hari Bol. Okay, next you know.
Yes.
Tap tak.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadaya Shiva Sai Gaura Bhaktanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Namaiva Kevalam Karunesti Eva Nesteva Eva Nastei Eva Gati Amyata.
Hari Bol. Very nice.
It's
Really.
confusing.
Yeah, every week if we read this, we'll probably learn all these wonderful prayers. And most of them you know. Some are new to me also. But we will learn it together. Okay, so today we are going to learn about Srimati Radharani. So we'll sing a bhajan also on
Oh,
Srimati
yeah, I
Radharani.
can play Kahoot in the phone or something.
Oh, Ayana is here. We only have Sri Hari Shreya Ji
Probably
today.
because of their vacation.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. I was my
Okay.
legs was hurting so
We'll sing a bhajan
because I went to kayaking.
by Narottam Das Thakur. It's Bengali. We'll sing
Bengali.
Hare
Oh my God.
We'll sing in this meter, okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so we'll try to sing it. Radha Krishna Nivedana Hey Janako re Duhu Atirasa moe Sakaruna Hridoya Avadana Koronata more Radha Krishna Nivedana He Janako re Duhu Atirasa moe Sakaruna Hridoya Avadana Koronata more He Krishna Gokula Chandra Gopi Jana Vallabha He Krishna Prayasi Shiromani Hema Gauri Shyama Gaya Shravane Parashapaya Guna Suni Judaya Parani Adama Durgata Jane Kevala Karuna Mone Tribhuvane Eya Sakyati Suniya Sudharu Mukhe Sarana Loinu Suke Upe Kile Nahi Moragati Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Jaya Radhe Krishna 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 Jaya Jaya Radhe Anjali Mastake Dhari Narottama Bhume Podhi Kohe Done Pura O Manasade Radha Krishna Nivedana E Jana Kore Radha Krishna Nivedana E Jana Kore Hari Bol. So we have Radha
Chaitya
Chaitra.
joined.
Yeah, Radha Chaitra ji has also joined, and we are singing Radharani
Yes.
and Krishna song. So okay, so maybe Radha Chaitra ji can read first translation, then Sri
What?
Harijan ji read second,
Oh, sorry.
then
But
Shreya ji can read third, and then Ayana can read fourth. Translation. Chaitra ji, are you able to come off mute? Hmm. Okay, she's still on mute, so maybe I will read. O Radha and Krishna, this person presents an appeal before you. You are both very charming and full of nectar, and your hearts are full of compassion. My lords, please listen to my request. Okay, Ayana, do you want to read?
No, I was reading the fourth.
Okay, sorry. It is Shreya ji. Okay. Shreya ji, would you like to read number 2? You are still mute.
okay, I'll try.
You
Oh,
have glasses
dark,
now. Okay.
oh dark, complex Krishna. O moon of Gokula. O lover of the gopis. O golden complex Radha. O trust jewel of the gopis, who are so dear to Krishna. When I hear the glories of you transcendental
Virtues.
virtues, my heart becomes pacified.
Hari Bol. Very nice reading, Shreya ji. Okay, Sri Hari ji.
Oh, sorry. Now, second.
3.
Hearing from the devotees' mouths that you are a very merciful, the To the
Fallen.
fallen and miserable, I joyful take shelter of you. If you neglect me, I have to no place to go.
Yes, yes. And Srihariji, what do you understand from that? That you have no place to go if you neglect
Yes.
Krishna, right? You have to always take shelter and worship the Lord. Yes, very good. Okay, Ayana, would you like to read and explain?
Yeah. O Radha, all glories to you. O Krishna, all glories to you. O Radha and Krishna, all glories to you. O Krishna, all glories to you. O Radha, all glories to you. Narottama Dasa places his folded hands upon his head and falls to the ground before you. Please fulfill the desires of his heart.
Hari Bol. So, what do you understand?
I don't know who's placing glories on Radha and Krishna.
It's already there. Narottama Das.
Ah.
He is the
So-
author and he is a acharya in this line of succession, disciplic succession.
So he is placing glories to Radha and Krishna, and he really wants. So he has some desires in his heart, and he falls. He falls to the ground before Radha and Krishna, and then the devotees ask for Krishna and Radha to fulfill the desires of his heart. I think.
And in the previous verses, we read about what his desires are, right? So he always wants to hear about Radha and Krishna, like all of you are doing today. You could have gone and played on a Saturday, but you all wanted to hear about Krishna and Radha. And Narottama Das Thakur also wants the same thing. He wants to hear more and more about Krishna and Radha, and when he hears, he's full of happiness and joy to take shelter of the Lord. So very good. So all of you are good successors of Narottam Das Thakur, who is a acharya and great poet in our disciplic succession. Okay, that brings us to today's class. So let's go to the class actually. So we are going to, since we learned about Krishna, now we will start learning about Srimati Radharani. We finished Krishna book, and this book is written by a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Purushottam Swami, and he lives in Vrindavan, and he has got all the stories about Srimati Radharani. There are 2 books. We'll start with the first book.
This is the first book?
Yeah, this is the first book. So we'll learn about the wonderful pastimes and who is this great personality, Srimati Radharani. We'll start with the introduction today, and then over the next few weeks we will continue with all the wonderful pastimes in Vrindavan, mostly focused on Srimati Radharani. So, who is the Srimati Radharani? So Srimati Radharani is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like Krishna. She's an expansion of Krishna in the feminine form. So some people say God is a male, a man. Some people say God is a female. But actually the Lord exists as a masculine form as Krishna, and Supreme Lord is also Srimati Radharani. She is the feminine Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Lord is always Purnam, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, right? So there is nothing lacking in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you want to see the Lord as a female, then it is Srimati Radharani. If you want to see the Lord as a male, then it is Krishna. So, but they are both one and the same also. And Radharani is the manifestation of Krishna's pleasure potency. So just imagine all the happiness in the world is the pleasure potency of the Lord is the energy of the Lord is Srimati Radharani, who expanded from Krishna's left side. And Krishna is the original cause of all causes, and then when he wants to enjoy from his own energy, Radharani appears, and they are eternal. So Krishna is energetic, he's Shaktiman, Radha is Shakti. Actually, you cannot take the light away from fire. So if Radharani is light, Krishna is the fire. If you take water, the wetness of water is Radharani, water is Krishna. So they are one and the same. It's just that they have two aspects, right? So this is called the Radha Tattva. And again, all these are revealed by our acharyas. Nobody can understand Krishna and Radha fully, but because of our great gurus, they have written in different scriptures that allow us to know about Srimati Radharani. So I'll just read through this. So single super soul appears as Radha, Krishna and Radha to enjoy sweet pastimes. So if just Krishna is by himself, there are no pastimes. And Krishna always comes with his entourage, and he manifests himself as Radharani to have loving pastimes. And because the loving relationship, the love for God is the greatest happiness that anybody can ever have in any world. So that's what we are all trying to do. We are trying to cultivate that love for God, and it's not like the love you see in the movies where a man is having love for a woman. That is not the love between Radha and Krishna. There is no material love there, because everything that you see in the material world away from Krishna is not true love. True love is love for Krishna. Only love for God can be pure without any tinge of selfishness. Now, if so, a love between a husband and wife, like wife has so many expectations from the husband has so many expectations from the wife. So that's all just material love. But the real love is between Krishna and Radha. There is no tinge of material. It's all spiritual love. So, and the greatest form of this love is only found in Srimati Radharani. It's called Mahabhava, and because the emotion that Radharani has is the topmost. We see that great acharyas, they exhibit a lot of symptoms of love for God, but Radharani is the highest. It's called Mahabhava. Okay. So just as Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations, we say Krishna has come as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, and then so Radharani is the cause of all the female expansions, like Lakshmi, the 16,108 queens of Krishna, the damsels of Vrindavan, or the cowgirls, or however you want to call them, the gopis, and Radharani is the topmost gopi, right? So she has the greatest love for Krishna, and the gopis have the greatest love, greater than the queens or even Mother Lakshmi. So Radharani is the topmost among the gopis. Okay, any questions on this slide? Okay. So this, we already discussed about the greatness of Radharani's love for Krishna. It's not mundane love affair, love in its purest form. So actual love is love of God, unalloyed and unmotivated. So no self-interest. The only thing that Radharani and gopis want is to please Krishna. There is no other motivation. They don't want anything for themselves. Even if they are having a problem, they are willing to take that problem so that Krishna will be happy. So that is the amount of love they have. So material love is based on sense gratification. It is not love. It's actually called lust and karma. Uh, so and love or prema is only between uh, devotees and Krishna, or Radharani and Krishna. And by acharyas compare the lust in this world to dense darkness, and the love for God as a bright sun. Okay. So the gopis and Radharani have been trying to serve Krishna and serving Krishna for time immemorial. So some people say they have love, they get married, then they get divorced. So it's not like that. Radharani and Krishna and the gopis, their love is never failing. It's all there's nothing material in it. So this love is called Radha Bhava, pure and spotless. They want to see Krishna happy in all respects, without any personal interest. Gopis, then some people might say, oh, if the gopis have the greatest love, why are they decorating themselves so well? They are always thinking about their body and making it very, very nice and beautiful. So isn't that something personal interest that they're doing? But that's not true.
They're only being beautiful for Krishna.
Yeah, so they're dressing up for Krishna. Everything they do it for Krishna, not for themselves to look beautiful. Oh, I'm looking better than that girl. That's not what they have in mind. They always want to dress up so that Krishna is happy. Okay. So that's why they cleanse and decorate their bodies. And one thing to note is, so when Krishna sees the gopis, when they're dressed up and they're ready for Krishna to see them, they have 10 million times more happiness than Krishna has when Krishna sees the gopis or Radharani. And that is because they are in a they want to give to Krishna, and Krishna is trying to take their darshan. So it is said that when you are in a mood of service, the happiness you have is million times more. And that is the reason Krishna was always thinking, how are these gopis so happy when they see me, when they serve me? They are trying to work for me, and they're having more happiness than me. So I need to find out why they are so happy. So that's why the Lord came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radharani. That's why he has a golden color, to understand when someone has a love for Krishna, what is the feeling they get. And he understood that it is very, very high and very, very pleasing. Okay. So there are the topics of Srimati Radharani are very, very secret. Only very, very highly exalted devotees have access to it. And now all of you are having access to this information. But even in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Radharani is referenced only very indirectly. So during the Rasa Leela, Krishna suddenly disappears from the gopis. Rasa Leela is when Krishna is dancing with all the gopis. He expands himself into different forms. Suddenly he disappears. So
because they feel pride.
yes, right. And then the gopis are all searching and crying, "Where's Krishna? Where's Krishna?" Then they see that there are footprints of Krishna and there's footprints of another gopi. So then they think, oh, this is probably Krishna and Radharani are together. But even Radharani's name is not mentioned in Bhagavatam, because Sukadev Goswami,
You didn't know that?
No, he's actually the parrot of Radharani, but he didn't mention the name because one reason is it is highly secretive. Only very highly exalted devotees
But we're
should.
not highly exalted.
No, but because of the mercy of the parampara, you're getting this knowledge, right? So, then another reason is Sukadev Goswami, if he mentions the name of Radha, he cannot say anything again. He'll start going into ecstasy and he'll fall unconscious. He's that devoted to Srimati Radharani and the gopis. If you take Srimad Bhagavatam, there are names of different kings who didn't have anything much to say in the book. They're not in any stories. You'd see that this king's son is this king's son is this, and all his brothers, all that is mentioned. But when it comes to the gopis and who walked with Radharani, Sukadev Goswami doesn't mention the names, because if he had mentioned, he couldn't complete Srimad Bhagavatam.
What?
Because he would go into ecstasy. So my point here is Radharani is mentioned only in scriptures in a very hidden way. She is mentioned indirectly in Srimad Bhagavatam, that one gopi walked with Krishna, and her name is mentioned, and it is mentioned like Aradhita. So it's not like fully Radha, but Radha is there. So it's like a greatest.
It's like a mixed up version.
Yeah. So it's Anaya Aradhita. So indirect mention of Radharani by Sukadev Goswami in Bhagavatam. But then there are other scriptures like Chandukya Upanishad, her name of Radhika, Gandharva, Adya Shakti. These are all mentioned in other scriptures like Gopala, Tapini Shruti, Gautami Tantra mentions her as Nityananda Mayi, Tri Tattva Swarupa, Parashakti. So, and in Padma Purana, she's mentioned as Sanatani Ramani, best among women. And the word Radha has two syllables, Ra and Da. So, since as soon as Radharani appeared, when the Lord manifested his pleasure potency, Radharani, the most beautiful form, appeared, and she was running to get flowers for Krishna's feet. So in the book by Bhakti Purushottama Swami, he mentions Radha. The name Radha comes from because she appeared in the Rasa Mandala of Gokula. Gokula has different places, Goloka Vrindavan, and since she appeared in Rasa Mandala, her name starts with Ra, and then Dha, because as soon as she appeared, she was running to worship the Lord, getting flowers. So Dha means Dwamana. Dwamana means running. She's always running to please Krishna. So her name is Radha. So there are other acharyas who give other meanings like Aradhya. She's always worshipping the Lord. So Radha is there in Aradhya, right? So she's always in a mood of serving Krishna. Okay, so when Srimati Radharani, the most beautiful lady ever, and she is the perfect match for Krishna, she appeared from Krishna himself, from the left side of Krishna. She appeared decorated with jewels, clothes purified by fire, dazzling like million moons. Her complexion is that of molten gold. She has a diamond necklace and malati flower garland, as you can see in the picture. She appeared from the left side of Krishna. All gopis come out from her hair pores. Mahalakshmi appears from the left side of Radharani. So all the female consorts, they are all expansion of Radharani. Okay. So okay, so we'll we just have to go through one quick pastime, and then we'll go into the Kahoot. Okay. So sorry it took a little long today. so the pastime we are going to mention is in Goloka Vrindavan. And why did Srimati Radharani come to earth? And Krishna arranges these pastimes so that there is a reason for everything, but it is all to he and Radharani to come and have wonderful pastimes in on earth, on the Bhaumya Vrindavan. He arranges all this. So the story goes like this. So in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna has four wives. Principal is of course Radharani. Then there is Sri, there is Vraja, and Bhu. So these four wives, and Radharani is serving Krishna so much, and Krishna and Radharani are together. They're having wonderful pastimes, and Radharani is so much in love with Krishna, and she falls unconscious. And at that time, Krishna waits for her, but then she's in ecstasy. So Krishna then says, "Okay, maybe I'll go to Vraja now." So Krishna went to Vraja. Viraja. It's actually Viraja. So she goes to Viraja to see Viraja, and when she goes, then Radharani wakes up, and she is so astonished that Krishna is not there, and all the gopis pacify her, and they say that, oh, actually Krishna has gone to Viraja. Then Radharani is not happy that she can't serve Krishna. She said, okay, let's take a big chariot. Let's all of us get in that chariot and go get Krishna back from that Viraja Kunja where Krishna has gone. So they all get into a chariot and go. And actually, sorry? Okay. So then, when they come to the Viraja Kunja, actually Sridhama, Krishna's cowherd friends, the Gopa, the Sridhama is a very close associate of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. He is guarding at the near Viraja Kunja where Krishna and Viraja are meeting. So then the gopi says, you move away, we want to go to Krishna. And then Viraja says, no, I can't let you go. And then the gopis start taking a stick, and they try to move Sridham. And then while all this commotion is going on, Viraja turns into a river, big river that covers the entire Goloka Vrindavan. And Krishna disappears from there because he doesn't want to get into an argument with Radharani. So Radharani and the gopis come here defeating Sridham, and they see Krishna is not there, and Viraja has become a river. So then they go back.
Is Viraja what was it? That river that...
Yeah, there's a Viraj river that separates from the material world and the spiritual world, right? That what you're talking about?
No, the other one.
What? Ganga, Yamuna?
Yeah.
No, this is different.
Oh.
So, okay. So, so then Krishna then comes to Radharani, and Radharani is not happy. She keeps saying, she says, oh Krishna, you're not faithful to me, you're not being with me. And then Sridhama doesn't like how Radharani is talking about Krishna. He protests that how can you talk like that to the Supreme Lord. And then she says, oh, you are only caring about your Supreme Father Krishna, you're not caring about your Supreme Mother. And then she curses that Sridham, you will go to earth and you will be born as a demon, Shankachuda. And then Sridhama said, oh, is that true? Then you will also go to the world, and then you will meet Krishna there, but then you will live 100 years in separation with Krishna. So all this is actually arranged by Krishna himself, because Krishna is born, and then he has good pastimes in Vrindavan, but when he's 10 years old he leaves for Mathura, and then for 100 years Radharani is not having association with Krishna, but he arranges because the love in separation is much higher. So in order to experience that, Krishna is arranging all this. So it is because of Sridham's curse that Radharani is born in on earth, and then Krishna is there, and Krishna and Radharani don't get married in earth. It's one expansion or a portion of Krishna gets born as Abhimanyu. He's the one who becomes the husband of Radha Rani in on earth. So all that happened because of the curse of Sridham. Okay, and then Radharani comes and complains to Krishna about the curse, and then Sridham also tells Krishna, and Krishna pacifies them and gets ready to go to earth for his earthly pastimes, which we will discuss in the next class. So if all of you are ready, we will start the Kahoot. It's going to be a very quick Kahoot. It's only 6 questions, so don't worry, it'll finish fast. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the game pin is going to be 4652788. Okay, why a name has joined? Who? Everybody is very secretive today because we are learning about a very secret person, Srimati Radharani. Okay, Krishna has joined.
It's me. It's me.
Okay, Srihari ji is like our Krishna, and Shreya ji is like our Radharani. Okay. Yeah, Munay Panna, he's there. Okay, he's this. Okay, I think we have everyone. Let's start. Okay. First question. Who is Srimati Radharani? She's a demigod, she's a human, she's Supreme Personality of Godhead, all of the above. Yeah, she's actually Supreme Personality of Godhead. She's not a demigod, she's not a human, she's all spiritual. I tried to confuse you with all of the above. Two of you got that. Okay, Srimati Radharani is what energy of Krishna? Haladini Shakti, that's pleasure, bliss, happiness. Tatastha Shakti, or marginal energy. Bahiranga Shakti, or external energy or material energy, or all of the above. Yes, she's Haladini Shakti. So there are some technical details. There is Antaranga Shakti and Bahiranga Shakti. Antaranga is internal energy of Krishna, and external energy is Bahiranga. External energy is what this world we are in is his external energy of Prakriti. And within internal energy, there are three Shaktis, okay? And of that, Haladini is his pleasure potency, and that is Srimati Radharani. Okay, there is Samvit, Sandhini, and Haladini. These are technical details. You don't have to get worried about that. You'll learn about it later. Okay. Okay, Radha Chaitra Ji is in first place. Second is Krishna, Srihari, who and why a name? I think who is Ayana? I think so. Why was Radharani upset with Krishna? He went to meet Sridham. He went to meet Viraja. Krishna went to earth without Radha. None of the above. Yes. So Radharani was having was feeling separation from Krishna when he left to see Viraja. Okay. What did Viraja turn into when Radharani and the gopis came in search of Krishna? Mountain, river, ocean, plateau.
Why did Viraja turn into a river?
Because she wanted to avoid
A fight.
yeah,
Oh.
the confrontation. Yeah. Okay, Radha Chaitra ji is in first place. Krishna, who and why a name? Why a name is not playing, looks like.
No, I think he's just getting the answers wrong.
What is another name of Radharani? Vrindavaneshwari.
No, Prabhuji, I got kicked out.
Oh,
Oh.
sure. Brahma Swarupini, all of the above. Vrindavaneshwari is queen of Vrindavan. Yes, everybody got it right. Are you able to play now? Can you enter this pin 4652788? We are in the last question, or maybe you can just watch. Okay, last question for today. Why did Radha have to go to earth? Sridhama's curse, Balram's curse, cursed by any sage. Oh, you all answered so quick that I couldn't even read everything. Very good. So let's see who's the winner for today. Third place goes to who? Second place goes to Krishna. And first place goes to Radha Chaitra ji. So congratulations to the winners and everybody who joined and learned about Krishna. So we'll all meet next week and learn more pastimes of Radharani. वाञ्छा कल्पितरूपश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hari Bol everyone, Dandot Pranam. We will meet next week. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I'm the second place.